Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hare Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Jasodanandana Jajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Jajajana Ranjana Jamatila Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Vimanandi Jayom Vishnupan Padamahamsa Paribhajakacharya Astavarajada Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Tridandi Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder-Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Patita Pavana Savior of the Fallen Souls Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada flooding the whole universe with a tidal wave of ecstatic Krishna Prema Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pan Paramahamsa Paribhajakacharya Astatarajada Shishimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Pramsaka Ho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Gaura Premananda. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Paschachadeshatarine. So today we are blessed with the unlimited good fortune of studying Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 26. King Puranjana goes to the forest to hunt. Text number 21. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Paranjana Uvacha. Nunam tu Akrita Punya Te Britya Yeshu Ishvara Shubhe Krita Agashu Atmasat Kritva Siksha Dandam Na Yunjate Paranjana Uvacha Nam Tvakrita Punyaste Britya Yesh Visharashube Krita Gashvat Masat Kritva Sikshadandam No Yunjate Paranjana Uvacha Nunang Tavakritya Punyaste Britya Yesh Vishvarashube Kritagasvatmasat Kritva Sikshadandam na yunjate. Paranjana uvacha. Nunang tvakrita punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Kritagashvat masat kritva. Sikshadandam na yunjate. Paranjana vacha. Yadang tvakitya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Kritagashvat masat kritva. Gritya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Kritadvashvat masat kritva. Chandandajna yuchyate. Paranjana vacha. Nunam tvakitya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Kritagashvat masat kritva. Sikshadandam na yunjate. Paranjana uvacha. Nanang tvakritya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Katavashvat masat kritva. Tikshadandam na yunjate. Ladies, Paranjana vacha. Hamchakritya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Katavashat masat kritva. Tikshadandam na yunjate. Ladies, Paranjana uvacha. Nanang tvakritya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Katavashvat masat kritva. Sikshadandam na yunjate. Paranjana uvacha. Nanang tvakitya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Katadashvat masat kritva. Sikshadandam na yunjate. Paranjana uvacha. Nanang tvakitya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Katadvashvat masat kritva. Sikshadandam na yunjate. Paranjana uvacha. Panyantvakitya punyaste. Brityayesh vishvarashube. Katavashvat masat kritva. Sikshadandam na yunjate. Paranjana uvacha. Paranjana said, Nunam, certainly, to then akrita punya, those who are not pious, te, such, britya, servants, yeshu, unto whom, Ishvara, the masters, Shubhe, O most auspicious one, Krita Agashu, having committed an offense, Atmasat, accepting as their own, Kritva, doing so, Siksha, instructive, Dandam, punishment, Nayunjate, do not give. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. King Puranjana said, "My dear beautiful wife, when a master accepts a servant as his own man, but does not punish him for his offenses, the servant must be considered unfortunate." Purport. According to Vedic civilization, domestic animals and servants are treated exactly like one's own children. Animals and children are sometimes punished, not out of vengeance, but out of love. Similarly, a master sometimes punishes his servant, not out of vengeance, but out of love, to correct him and bring him to the right point. Thus King Puranjana took his punishment dealt by his wife, the queen, as mercy upon him. He considered himself the most obedient servant of the queen. She was angry at him for his sinful activities, namely hunting in the forest and leaving her at home. King Puranjana accepted the punishment as actual love and affection from his wife. In this way, when a person is punished by the laws of nature, by the will of God, he should not be disturbed. A real devotee thinks in this way. When a devotee is put into an awkward position, he takes it as the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Tatenukampam susamikshamano punjanna edvatmakatam vapakam Radagvapurve vedadan namaste jivitayo muktipate sadaya bhak. This verse states that the devotee accepts a reversal of his position in life as a benediction by the Lord and consequently offers the Lord more obeisances and prayers, thinking that the punishment is due to his past misdeeds and the Lord is punishing him very mildly. The punishment awarded by the state or by God for one's own faults is actually for one's benefit. In the Manu Samhita it is said that the king should be considered merciful when he condemns a murderer to death, because a murderer punished in this life becomes freed from his sinful activity and... Let's see, is that the next page? There we go. And in the next life takes birth cleared of all sins. If one accepts punishment as a reward dealt by the master, he becomes intelligent enough not to commit the same mistake again. And Prabhupada gives a very nice translation for this verse quoted in the Nectar of Devotion, which is very sweet. I have to share it with you. My dear Lord, any person who is constantly awaiting your causeless mercy to be bestowed upon him, and who goes on suffering the resultant actions of his past misdeeds, offering you respectful obeisances from the core of his heart, is surely eligible to become liberated, for it has indeed become his rightful claim. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jata Balakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupa Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devan Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Svaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Mukam Karoti Vakshalam Pangum Lamyagate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam. This has got to be a very, very powerful and enlightening purport. Because all of us are suffering in different ways in this material existence. Whether it's a health issue, an interpersonal issue, a financial issue. You see, we're all being pinched in many ways, isn't it? So how do you take those pinches? You become disturbed by them, you see. Our tendency as neophytes is to become disturbed by those pinches. Health, wealth, etc. But here we learn a very wonderful way of seeing whatever sufferings we're going through. To see them as the shower of mercy coming upon us like torrents of rain in the monsoon season from Lord Krishna. If one can see one's sufferings as the special blessings of Krishna, they never become disturbed ever again. Oh, Krishna is bestowing His mercy upon me. You see. I'm going through hell right now, but actually it's wonderful. Because it's Krishna's kindness. I deserve much worse, but just give me a little token. Just give me, I deserved him, I had my head cut off, but you just give me a little slap instead, you see. It's easy to say this, isn't it? But to actually feel that, that's tough. To feel that way when the suffering hits you, you see. When you're being bombarded with a horrible health issue, you have to run to the hospital or something with a crisis, you see. So how do we actually make this not only something we can say and talk about, but actually feel it, you see. You see. That's a challenge. But I can assure you this, anyone who can master this challenge becomes very powerfully situated in Krishna consciousness, very powerfully situated. So it's certainly worth striving for us struggling, bungling neophytes, you see, to endeavor to enter that mood. We can say, thank you, Krishna, for blessing me with all of this suffering and anxiety. Of course, there's a classic example of Kunti Devi. We know that when she was there with her son, the Pandavas, in the forest for so many years, it was a horrible thing for a woman to be in the forest. There was man-eating rakshasas. It was no place, no nice home, no nice bed. Living is a horrible existence in the forest. But then the ordeal was over, and now she's back in Hastinapur in a nice, comfortable palace. Everything's very nice, first-class arrangements. But she's lamenting. Vipata shanti tashatat jagadgaro babadam darshanam yatshad abhana babadarshanam. My dear Krishna, please, may those calamities come again and again. Because when those calamities come, I'm always seeing how you're there protecting us and guarding us in every situation. You see, so that those calamities, because by seeing these calamities, I'm always seeing you. And by seeing you, I'm not seeing the repetition of birth and death. So this is very, very advanced position of Kunti Devi. She's actually begging for calamities. I don't want to be in a comfortable situation because I'd forget you, my Lord, when it's too comfortable. So please put me in great difficulties. So I'm always feeling how you're present and protecting and guarding me, saving me in every situation. You see. So this is, of course, a very advanced position. But we can appreciate this mood of Kunti Devi and try to develop a similar mood of not being disturbed. Why Krishna is doing this to me? You see, no. Why Krishna is doing this? This isn't fair. I didn't deserve this. You see how we, as neophytes, how we can think. You see, we have to learn how to think properly. You see, it all begins with the mental discipline. Actually, yato yato nischalati. Manaschan chalamastaram tatastato nayam yatat atmanyavisham yayam. From whatever and wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. So it really all boils down to mental discipline, you see. Because whatever you're thinking, that's how you're going to speak and that's how you're going to act. If you can focus on mental discipline, you see, keeping that mind always very sober and fixed in complete, total dedication to Guru and Krishna in every situation, you see. Then the other things will follow like a shadow, you see. The words, the actions, they'll all follow like a shadow. So how to bring that mind to the actual point and keep it at the actual point? It's a very simple thing. Always begging for pure devotional service. See, our tendency is to want to enjoy sense gratification. That's why we came to this stupid nonsense place. A foolish desire to try to gratify our senses. So how do you get free from that tendency? We have to get back to that mood of simply wanting to serve Krishna, serve Krishna. My dear Lord Krishna, please bless me that now I can be your totally sold out pure devotee. See, begging, begging, begging Krishna. Please, my dear Mother Radharani, please Krishna, please engage me in your pure devotional service. This is a great way to start your day. As soon as you wake up, just beg the Lord, beg Mother Radharani, please bless me that today, right now, I can be your pure devotee. You see, and chant your japa in that mood. Otherwise, your chanting is offensive, because that's the actual mood of chanting Hare Krishna, is begging for pure devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So many people are always asking me, get all these emails, how can I be out of anxiety? How can I solve my problems? It really all boils down to simply always being in the mood for begging for pure devotional service. In every situation, whether you're at work, whether you're in the commute, whether you're in the pujari room or on the altar, or you're out on book distribution, on Harinam Sankirtan, and you're even laying in your bed to go down to bed to sleep at night, in every situation, always beg Krishna, please, my dear Lord, please bestow prema bhakti upon me. I'm drowning in this ocean of madness, foolishly misidentifying with this material body. Please pull me out of this madness and bless me that now I can be your pure devotee, you see. This kind of prayerful mood will actually liberate us from all the anxieties of material existence. The more we can, another aspect of it is Lord Chaitanya's special benediction. You see. Lord Chaitanya's special benediction is he has come to take away all the anxieties of the living entities in this material existence, to liberate them and take them back to Krishna's abode. Lord Chaitanya is shouldering all the anxieties of living entities upon him. So it's explained that one who actually also takes up this mood of a preacher, wanting to deliver the fallen souls back to Krishna, he's sharing some of this burden of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's another way of understanding how to become free of anxieties. On the one, you're begging for pure devotional service. And the other way is you're taking up this anxiety of how to deliver the fallen souls of this world back to Krishna, how to increase the preaching, how to increase Prashadam distribution, how to increase the Hare Nam, how to increase book distribution, how to increase the cultivation programs, paying great anxiety to see the suffering souls who are completely maddened by sense gratification. I'm getting ready now to go back to the U.S. to be interviewed on a radio broadcast that goes all over America about how to become free from all anxiety. They're going to ask me. And I'm explaining to them the secret of how to become free from anxiety is to take more anxiety upon yourself. You see, if you're selfish, I don't care about anybody else, just myself, you see. Just what makes me happy. You won't be happy. But if you take the anxiety of the fallen souls, you see, you embrace the anxiety of the suffering people of this world, what can I do to help these people, you see? That's the insider's secret of how to become completely free of anxiety. The more you embrace anxiety, the more you become liberated from anxiety, you see. I know I got many letters from Prabhupada. It was very nice, of course, to get letters from Prabhupada. But the one letter when he expressed the most appreciation for what I had written him was when I told him I was in anxiety the people of Austin were not Krishna conscious. I expressed my anxiety of how the people are suffering without Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada was so pleased that I would say like that, you see. So that mood, the more you can feel sorry for these poor Melbourneites who are completely lost in madness on the beach, or here and there in the liquor shops and the McDonald's hamburgers, and all, the more you can feel sorry for these poor souls. How can we save them? How can they can hear the holy name, how they can get a book, how they can get prasadam, how we can somehow reach out and connect with these people, you see. That's what gives the greatest pleasure to Srila Prabhupada and all the Acharyas, you see. When you take up this mood of preaching, delivering which means my life is dedicated to delivering the fallen souls of this world back to Krishna. That's what it means to be a preacher. To be always in that mood. How can I deliver these fallen souls? In fact, Prabhupada told us in Los Angeles, he said, deliver the world. That was the order he gave us. Deliver the world. Wow. Big order coming from Prabhupada. We've been ordered to deliver the world. So that's our duty, you see, individually and collectively. It's not my duty, but each one of us has that duty. It's individually and collectively. We are all ordered by Prabhupada to deliver the world, you see. So the more we can feel anxiety to see these people, they're suffering, how we can bring an end to this madness, you see. How we can attract the leaders, you see. Of course, it was very nice, if you just saw the report, the Prime Minister of Boris Johnson, the British Prime Minister, garlanded Prabhupada. That's a nice sign, auspicious sign. Of course, he's doing it to get votes. But still, he gets the Sakriti, you see. He garlanded Prabhupada, you see. So the more we can, reach out and connect with the leading people of the world, you see, that's very powerful. The political leaders, educational leaders, in every sphere, the more we can connect with these leading people and get them to somehow appreciate this movement. And, it's very valuable stuff, you see. So I think we can pull it off. I still think we can pull off a global spiritual revolution. Prabhupada said, if you cooperate with me fully in 18 days, we can make the whole world Krishna conscious. I'm convinced we can do it. I mean, look what's happening in Mayapur. Wow. The chief minister has never come, but now of Bengal. Now the chief minister has come, seeing what we're doing there, and she's going to give all support to help that project. You see, so Very auspicious things happening on this planet right now, you see. So we should be fully attuned to this mercy mission of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya, with their every thought, word, and deed in all times, places, and circumstances. How can I become the pure devotee, and how can I be instrumental for bringing the deliverance of these fallen souls back to home, back to Godhead? We keep this mood always burning like a fire in our hearts at every minute, even when you're brushing your teeth, you see. Keep that mood always burning in your heart. Krishna, please bless me with pure bhakti. Please use me as your instrument for delivering these fallen souls back to your abode. You see. Keep this burning, 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 burning. You see. And you'll be living in a state of pure bliss in every situation. Even if you're sick, even if you're dying of cancer, it won't matter, because you'll be tuned into the transcendental platform, you see. This process works. The only reason we have difficulty is we don't work the process, you see. We follow our mental whims instead of the orders of our acharyas. That's the difficulty. We have these rascal minds that keep trying to sneak away and do our own little sense gratification on the side, you see. Got to beat down that rascal. Boom, 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 boom. Get down, you little rascal mind. Now you become Krishna conscious. You become the pure devotee, my dear mind. You see. Bhajahure mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charanada Vindudi. My dear mind, please engage yourself in the devotional service of the divine son of Nanda Maharaj. You see, always be working on that mind. Bring that mind under control. The intelligence is the mother, and the mind's like the naughty kid. You have to train that mind how to always be pakka, always fixed in Krishna consciousness. You see. If the thought is Krishna conscious, go for it. If it's not, kick it out. Just like the example of that great king, Jamunacharya Albandru of South India. He was a king, enjoying royal happiness with the queen and a big harem. There was so much sex enjoyment he had. But he gave it all up and became a sadhu. But sometimes those thoughts of the old days with all those girls would come back to his head. And therefore he is stated like this, Yadavadi mamma cheta Krishna padara vinde Nava nava rasa damunacharantu masid Tadabri battanari sangame smaryamane Bhavati mukku nishtivanamcha. Ever since I've been engaged in the transcendental loving service of Shri Radha and Krishna, relishing nava rasa, ever increasing ecstasy in that service, whenever due to my past misdeeds the thought of that sense pleasure comes to my brain, my lips curl with distaste and I spit at the thought. So we have to learn from him how to be very good spitters. When these dirty thoughts come to our brains, which they often do because of our past conditioning, we have to be immediately spit at the damn thing. Get out, you're not welcome here, you see. You rascal thought, get out, you see. Now the only thoughts welcome in my mind are the thoughts of pure devotion. I was just remembering how, from this verse, this is something we experience in the association of devotees. Sometimes we become very agitated when some devotee corrects us, you see. They tell us, you're not doing it right, we get agitated. Who are you to tell me, you know? We have this attitude, this puffed up attitude. But actually, we learn from this verse, one should appreciate. If some devotee is taking the time and trouble to correct me, it's not that they hate me, that's a sign of love. If you point out my fault, it's not that you're, it's a holier-than-thou trip you're on. You want to tell me what a rascal I am because you think you're really great. We shouldn't take it like that. We should take it, this devotee is taking the time and trouble to correct me. This is his great kindness and love. It's actually the love of Krishna coming through this devotee. So I should appreciate it and take it humbly, you see. As Lord Chaitanya said, lower than the straw in the street, ready to offer all respect to others without expecting even a slight tinge of respect for oneself. In such a state of mind, one can go on chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, 24/7 with ever-increasing ecstasy with each syllable. You see. So we have to learn this art of how to be humble, how to take correction. You see. It's actually, for many devotees, it's the hardest thing, how to take correction, you see. It's very difficult for many of us how to take correction in an appreciative way instead of an angry way, you see. It's a very, very important thing. Because the more one can learn how to appreciate correction, the more you become advanced in Krishna consciousness. The more you're very joyful to have your faults pointed out, the more you become free from faults. The more you're angry and your fault is pointed out, the more you remain in a faulty state of consciousness. So we have a few minutes left here. We have devotees tuned in from around the world and also locally. If there's any questions, let's see, any questions, corrections, any faults? Yes. My hearing isn't good, so I'll try to make it up.
You were saying that Srila Prabhupada said that if we cooperate with him fully within
18 days we can make the whole world Krishna conscious, that's right.
What do we have to do to
well, we have to give up all of our nonsense. Prabhupada also says, one who chants the holy name without offense can make the whole world Krishna conscious. Even one devotee can do that, you see. So we have to give up our offenses, basically Vaishnava parad, Nama parad. We got to learn how to weed all this stuff out, you see. Become a completely tight-knit. Right now we're not as tight-knit as we could be because we're all this false ego stuff gets in the middle of our relationships. The more we can get rid of that false ego stuff and just become very, very tight-knit, you see, then we'll have this movement become more and more powerful, you see. And the material world is becoming more and more falling apart more and more every day, becoming more and more degraded. And if we become more and more together and pure, then that day will come when the people recognize these Hare Krishna people, they're the ones who can tell us how we can make this planet a proper place to live. That day can come, you see. We just have to increase our own purity more and more and more. With every mantra, with every round, with every arati, try to do everything with absolute purity. Just like Prabhupada told me in one letter, he said, now you just qualify yourself to see Krishna face to face, you see. So that's the kind of purity we should be striving to develop. We say Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami, but do we remember the actual meaning? See, we're actually praying, Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami, Bhavatume, please come to my vision. Let me become a pure devotee that I can see you directly, face to face, eye to eye. But all the impurities are cleared away, you see. So the more we develop this intense desire for pure devotion, the more we'll become appreciated by the world society, and that day can come when we can actually lead the whole world. I'm convinced we can do it. Anything else? Everyone's satisfied, ready to cultivate pure bhakti as your only business. No more nonsense. No more false ego, no more laziness, no more craziness. Kick it out with boot. It's doing nothing but causing you anxiety. I mean, why embrace anxiety? Who wants to be in anxiety? Kick it out. Kick out all this. Pure bhakti is the only business from now on. Take that determination. If you take that determination, every day will be the most ecstatic day of your whole life. And every day it'll get better and better and better and better and better and better. So there's nothing? Questions? No questions? Yes.
Thank you for God's Prabhu. Can you repeat again what can be done in 18 days? I think it's quite...
Prabhupada said if we fully cooperate, within 18 days we can make the whole world Krishna conscious.
So why hasn't it been done?
Hmm?
So why then hasn't it been done?
What is it?
Why hasn't it been done yet?
Why? Because we're not fully cooperating. We have our own, we're still holding on to our material desires. That's the problem. Is it? Profit, adoration, distinction. We're not completely pure. We're holding on to our impurities, difficulty. You see? Many of us haven't even taken initiation. You see? We're not taking it that seriously. You get initiated, or even those who are, they don't follow their vows strictly. So we, in many ways we're deficient. So we have to we have to work together to help each other, to encourage each other to master this practice of Krishna Bhakti. That we're purely engaged in Krishna consciousness 24/7. Because the more we come together and purify our consciousness, the more the world will be attractive. I mean, the potency is there. We just have to become more and more empowered representatives of Lord Chaitanya by developing that purity within ourselves. You understand? Make sense?
No.
No?
No. I say respectfully, because if it was that easy, if people who are already in the fellowship in this movement ask the question of how do we do it in 18 days, somebody like myself is bewildered.
My hearing isn't good. Can you repeat what he said?
Can you please repeat? He said he is
What?
bewildered.
I said if with people who have been with the movement for many, many years have difficulty in doing it as a person only who's been here a short amount of time, I find it becomes bewildering. I can't move things that sometimes just rock me from side to side. Sometimes I'm fine and
Well, my view is if we can't do it in 18 days, let's do it in 18 years or in 18 lifetimes. We can't do it try it in 18 years, or why not take birth after birth until we can do it? Why not do it if we can't do it in 18 days, let's try for 18 lifetimes. It's actually predicted in the Kali Sankarana Upanishad. There's a 10,000-year period, Mad Bhakta Samti Bhutale. There's a 10,000-year period when the whole world will become Krishna conscious, predicted in the scriptures. That 10,000-year period began 500 years ago with the advent of Lord Chaitanya. So it is, Prabhupada said it will happen. Within this 10,000-year period, there is going to be a complete Krishnaization of the entire planet. It may be another 5,000 years.
I can live with that answer.
Good. Now some devotees actually want to take birth after birth. It's so exciting. They want to take birth after birth to be a part of that complete global Krishnaization. Because it's what could be more ecstatic than to see the whole planet Krishna conscious. That Prabhupada's vision becomes fully accepted by the whole world society. That would be a very ecstatic thing. So I know there are devotees who have that mood. They want to take birth after birth until it happens. Goloka Vrindavan can wait. Let's Krishnaize this whole planet as soon as possible. Yeah. So we'll stop, yeah?
In comparison to the whole world, my contribution is insignificant, like my purity is insignificant.
Yeah?
How can I understand that my purification, which is insignificant, will make the whole world?
Well, Prabhupada, on Prabhupada's word, Prabhupada said, if one chants the holy name without any offense, by his potency, the whole world becomes Krishna conscious. Even one devotee, Prabhupada said, can make the whole world Krishna conscious just by pure chanting. So just by Prabhupada's word. I mean, well, who am I to say anything? I'm just some neophyte devotee trying to become Krishna conscious. But Prabhupada says it right there in his books. So that's the great power of even if one devotee can chant purely the holy name with absolute, total purity, that one devotee will, by his potency, the whole world can become Krishna conscious. According to Prabhupada's purport. Not making it up. It's a fact. So the more that each and every one of us can purify our chanting, that there will be a more and more spiritual potency developing. And if we can, encourage and preach this all over the movement, and devotees can become more and more intense, awakening pure love within their hearts is their prime business. The other duties are just for that purpose, you see. Whether I'm a GBC, a sannyasi, a traveling guru, or whatever it might be, those things are secondary. The primary thing is to become the pure devotee of Krishna. These other things are there as services that you can use to help become the pure devotee. But the real point is, everyone has to focus on being a pure devotee is my prime business. I must become now Krishna's pure devotee, you see, completely free from all impurities of the heart. So we'll stop here, and we thank everybody for tuning in. Oh, wait, from the internet now the questions are coming. All right. From Shamapriya Devi Dasi, let's see, in India, how not to be discouraged when after trying due to past conditioning, some habits keep coming back again and again. Well, that's par for the course. All of us go, I know, I can speak for myself, this is something we ought to deal with this. Maybe some are so rare they don't deal with that, but this is a pretty common thing. We have these habits, material tendencies that keep wanting to come back again and again and again and again and again. So you just have to be very patient and very determined and very enthusiastic, and each time they come back, cut it down. You see. A bad habit, you just got to keep working on it and working on it and working on it until it's finished. Dhananjaya Das, many times we become defeated by lusty and greedy thoughts, how to control the mind. You have to replace the lust and greed with transcendental lust and greed, you see. Instead of being lusty to enjoy the opposite sex, you should have a lust for awakening, for spreading Krishna consciousness, a greed for spreading Krishna consciousness. I often give this example. Lust means you feel a desire to impregnate some woman, you see. So instead of impregnating one woman, why not impregnate the whole world by injecting Krishna consciousness into everyone? Instead of injecting semina into one woman, why not inject Krishna Gita into the hearts of everyone? So, this is the greater sex life, you see. This is why a sannyasi can be totally happy without even a woman, because he's totally absorbed in giving Krishna to everyone. It's the greatest feeling of satisfaction. Someone may be happy making a woman pregnant, but if you can make the whole world pregnant with love of God, that's the greatest sex life, you see. So in this way, take that tendency for lust and greed and purify it for making Krishna consciousness the world religion in every town and every village throughout the world. Okay, we'll stop here. Yeah?
Gurudev, yesterday we attended the Harinam.
Yeah.
At the place where practically every corner is a Maya, in the sense that it's very easy to, even from the thought perspective, very easy to fall down.
Yeah.
In that sense. So at the same time, it is our duty to go to these places.
Yeah.
So how we can comprehend that and at the same time protect ourselves.
Well, as long as we stick together as devotees, we're safe. We were all together, you see. There was women practically naked women, dancing in in front of us. You hear that a woman is almost totally naked going like this in front of you, you know. It's for a male mind, it gets can be very disturbing, but you just got to stay fixed on the devotees in the holy name, you know. And then it's okay. Because we're protected by the holy name and by all those devotees, you see, the family devotees. That's why one has to learn how to take shelter of devotees. That's why Krishna says, Ye me bhakta jana parata, na me bhaktas tate janaha, mad bhakchanam cha ye bhaktas, te me bhakta tamamata. My dear Arjun, the one who is my devotee is not my devotee, but the devotee of my devotee is my devotee. So you have to learn how to be the devotee of the devotees, and that will protect you. Let's see. When you go out with 30 devotees and you feel yourself to be a devotee of each and every one of those devotees, that protects you from all those temptations of seeing these naked girls everywhere, in every corner, all these naked women. Everywhere, naked women, practically totally nude, everywhere, women. But by being with the devotees, you're protected, you see. Okay, anything else? Everyone satisfied? Ready now to focus on pure devotion and making this world Krishna conscious as soon as possible? Yes? Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanandi.